It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jags and the reigning AFC champs. Coming up next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Here's Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Exit.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
It's a gain of 4.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This is Hines. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. That one complete. He finds Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
It's a big play there for Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Jaguars getting set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Hines. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawrence. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now Hurts on the option right.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On a jet sweep, here comes Chark. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Prescott. And his pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield equally good.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The Raiders going to use one of...
Timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk it. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. From the 31, Prescott, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in Week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down. A little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Josh Allen drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Second and 9.
Play action now. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lawrence. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They run with Hines. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On third down, it's Prescott. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Taken in at the 11 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call that a punt of 38 yards. officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to hold the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Pushes him over. He's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
64 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun.
It's caught. It's Chenault again.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for...
About 4, 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders 16. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be caught by Waddle. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Let's go.
16 more.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
56 is the mic.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Completes this out left to Ruggs. Touchdown Raiders! Henry Ruggs. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be third and a mile. Prescott. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Third and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Off the option, here's Jacobs. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Runs over him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, Jacobs. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Dak Prescott of the offense. Down by 10. 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Working with 2nd and 5 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now Dak. And this one is incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down now, but that clock rolling. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to... getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. Complete to Chenault. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Prescott going for it all. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.
So for Las Vegas,
it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.